Oh. All right, Chris. Welcome, everybody, to our DVD Extra.
Yes, please.
Which is immediately recorded after our Wednesday show.
That's why we usually wear the same clothes, but that's neither here nor there.
No, we came back.
Yes, we came back with less Jameson than we started.
Weird.
But yeah, as always,
Dude,
thank you guys for hanging out, checking out our
We're not even done with our first beer.
weekly Friday episode. Can you let me do the fucking intro to the thing?
Sorry.
But yeah, so welcome to DVD Extras, another video a week so we can get more views, more likes, more crowd interaction with you fine people.
Because we're sluts.
Because we're giant man children that need attention, and we're a slave to the algorithm. G?
Oh. No, you said it. That was all you. Oh.
Feeling good. I think we're feeling good. We haven't even finished our first beer yet.
Cheers.
G's terrible idea. Oh, sorry. I was talking to the camera. I wasn't paying attention.
That's okay.
G's terrible idea of doing a shot per round.
Oh, that
What's a
actually
terrible
tasting
idea?
better. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't taste it anymore.
Not. All right, so, man, that last episode was pretty fun.
Yeah, that last episode was pretty good.
I'm not sure if it's because we're drinking while we're doing it, or just because it was the subjects were so apart. Especially the last one was like.
Yeah, the last one was almost handpicked for exactly that.
It literally felt like that, right?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But yeah, so no, we talked about Grilly, Stampede, and Hecklers were the ones that we were really getting
Kind
into.
of want to continue on. Oh, you want to hold on? I'll do it. I guess after.
Not necessarily, but also it's all good.
Yep.
But yeah, we hope you guys are not as hungover as we're going to be tomorrow. But I hope you guys had a good St. Patrick's Day as well.
Yeah, definitely hope you had a great St. Patrick's Day. Since we recorded our episode on St. Patrick's Day, and this is Friday after St. Patrick's Day, obviously.
Yeah, at midnight.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's so sunny outside.
No, we just have really good lighting.
God, we think we're so funny, but
I think at least 5 out of the 6 people. I'd say 2 out of the 5 that listen.
We had a little more people than that. I would say like 2 out of the 16.
It's funny. I'm sure us talking of the lack of confidence that we have of doing this is helping us out a lot.
Definitely. Oh man.
But yeah, man.
I just want to say, I appreciate everyone who's still tuning in after a month break. Our numbers definitely took a pretty hard dip, but that was kind of expected.
It was expected.
Yeah. So we're just kind of building steam again, but I appreciate all those people still watching, still listening. Appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, I know this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, kind of continuing on to our conversation, going back to the Grilly Stampede.
Yeah, man.
Because you have a very drastic experience with it
growing
up.
It's not even that I'm against it. I'm just over it. That's honestly what it comes down to. Like, I don't know. Like, I get it. I get that there's some things that shouldn't change tradition-wise, but Grilly's not the same that it was 30, even 10 years ago, So it's just kind of like, I don't know, but also how do you please everybody? So I totally understand 100% where they're coming from. But
and kind of like what I was saying, they either need to encompass everybody or stay in their lane. And I don't like country. I'm not a country person. I have no interest in being a country person. I don't own cowboy boots. There's a lot of reasons why I shouldn't like the Stampede. And I'm okay with them driving the audience towards the country cowboy wearing.
Because that's what it is.
And that's what it should. And that's what it is, which this should be. I have no issue with that at all.
I think for me, it's just
stop. Either encompass everybody or stop trying so hard to make people like us like you.
Yeah.
Because
my biggest thing is like, are you trying to make it more diverse for the sake of bringing more money or because you actually give a shit, right?
That's the real question that happens all the time.
Because again, at the end of the day, like if they want to be like, yeah, we're staying strictly country, then just stay that. I'm cool with that. I won't go, but I mean, you obviously keep on doing it year by year because it's so successful. So I don't know, man. And again, I'm not one to talk. I don't know how it is to run a festival or run a whatever that's called.
A stampede.
Yeah, a stampede.
Yeah.
But I think it's like I get it too. I don't know. It's just weird. I'm just also over it. I grew up here. I'm just kind of like it's the same people every year, and like after this conversation, it's like, what are you doing? And then they're just like I've had people be like, oh yeah, well I'm living over here and I'm a fucking lawyer. I'm like, that's cool, man. Like I'm like, cool. If you want to flaunt about that, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But
and I guess my experience with the Stampede, I don't mean this negatively, but yours is a lot of surface level. So you go to the Stampede as like a patron to the Stampede, like you were saying. My mom has been involved with the Stampede for many, many years. So I've got a lot of behind the scenes kind of experience with the Stampede. Yeah. I know a lot of people on the committee and all that kind of stuff. And just the passion that those people have for the Stampede.
Oh, dude, the Wranglers are the shit.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like the actual committee themselves. Like I think he's called the general manager, but the general manager of the Stampede, his name is Justin, and he absolutely gives so much fuck about what he does. He wants to put out the best product he can every single year, and that's commendable for him to do.
No, man, and that's the thing is like I've come to realize that when it comes to the Stampede, it is a specific niche, and I totally get them like trying to like expand their revenue for the sake of that. But it's also like most of the revenue does not come from like you're gonna get the same revenue from people from Greeley no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like if you want to expand it, you're gonna have to do a little bit more than that. But also, again, I don't know.
They have to expand it a little better than they have been expanding.
But also, finances are a thing, man. Especially this year, like the lineup is a lot better than it was last year. So, like, I don't know if it's like a
last year didn't happen, so I don't know.
No, but the lineup that we're supposed to have. I got it sounded really dickish. So I was like, like, the lineup was so better, But the lineup that we're supposed to have was like, okay, like Brothers Osborne, like cool. They want some Grammys, and like I don't know, but also like there's people in the country world that do. So
and like we're kind of talking about, man, we're not country fans.
Yeah, but again, like
so
the way I see it, and the way like why like I'm like I get it is the fact that when this was made, this was like really in like the 1920s. You know, like I think it's about almost 100 years, right?
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's either 100 years or it's past it. So it's like I get the roots of it, and I'm not gonna be like, hey, you can't do that anymore because we're more diverse. Like there's some things.
I think they're taking this year as their 100-year anniversary because I think it was supposed to be last year or something.
So, you know, like it's like I never want to deteriorate from the culture of what's been here, but it's also one of those things where if you're gonna try to like work towards other avenues of what people are desiring, you should probably not half-ass it.
Yeah, I agree on that one.
I don't know. It's super weird because I'm not one to protest about like, oh, like the Stampede's too wide or the Stampede's not diverse. I'm just like, no, it's just not my thing.
Yeah, I get that for sure. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not my thing either. There's no mathematical reason I should like it, but I fucking love the Stampede so much.
I think for you, it's just you like the chaos of it.
Yeah, I am kind of a shitty person. So
no, it's not even like the shittiness of it. It's just you like the fact that like things still work even when they shouldn't. Like that's like I'm just saying this from like experience of like working with them, right? Like like having those like last minute shows. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Like I love chaos. Let's fucking make that shit happen.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know, and just like, oh, we have to wait an hour. Fuck it. We'll just not play the 3 songs and like give less of a shit, but also we'll make like a better.
In that context, going back to what we were saying about Quiet Riot.
Oh, they were the worst.
They bumped our set 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because one, there was a rain delay, so they didn't sound check on time, but they didn't show up on time to sound check for their second sound check. So they, got a 1 hour rain delay, and then they had an hour sound check, and then we started playing.
We had to shorten our show by like 30 minutes, I think. Like, so we had to get rid of like quite a bit of songs just for them. And then we shorted it that much, and they're just like, hey,
you're playing too long.
Yeah, you need to finish this. And it's like, all right, fuck it. We'll just, we'll play these songs.
It's like, we had a 2 hour set, so it wasn't even a short show that we planned. And I don't know, we put a lot of thought into this set, kind of like songs.
Yeah, we hired a saxophone player and everything.
Yeah, we hired a saxophone and keyboard player just for the. He lost himself, to be honest. I think we talked about it last time.
Yeah, I think so. Fucking Reyes.
Fucking Reyes. And at that point, it was. How long ago was that? 5 years ago?
Oh yeah, it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I looked great back in the day. Now look at me. Making a podcast with Chris. What happened to me, man?
It's because you have a floppy hat, bro.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so this is what the hat looks like without headphones.
It's like they're stuck.
Oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
Nope, still stuck. Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a good hat. I actually like this hat now. It's growing on me. I just can't wear it during the summer because it makes no sense.
Snow sense?
Oh,
hey. Happy St. Patrick's Day. That happened
2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago. But yeah, I don't know. The Greeley Stampede is its own interesting
it's not
culture.
It's not meant for me, so I guess what I want to say.
Yeah. And I think that's why I like it so much, because it's not meant for me. I mean, it's less meant for you because
I'm brown. That's fair.
Yeah.
But no, it's funny because it's like I want to make sure that I say that they're not wrong for what they're doing. It's just not meant for me. And I feel like we don't say that enough. Like we want to be included in everything. I'm just like, nah, dude. Like the Stampede's just not my thing, and that's okay.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have to force themselves to make it my thing.
Exactly.
But they should be very solidified as what they want to make it.
Yeah. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying is like, either make it for everybody or stay in your lane.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important. And with the 2021 kind of 2020 culture kind of thing,
yeah,
it's everybody has to be included in this no matter what.
That's bullshit for me, man. Like there's just, I mean, I get the end game, I get the goal, but there's some things that are like, just, it's fine. Let them have it. If you don't agree with it, then don't agree with it. That's fine. But like, how's that affecting you?
It's just kind of the problem is like people expect like a very specific thing to be for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's like saying like, oh, hey, the Grammy Awards just happened. Topical reference. The Grammy Awards. Oh,
also, fuck the Grammys, by the way.
Simmer down. We'll talk about it in a second. Yeah. But like the Grammy Awards just happened. Like, oh, that's very, very mean of them to not include a best movie award for them. Like they should be inclusive of all art subjects. Like, where's the best painter award?
For the Grammys? That was a thing?
No, I'm just saying the point.
If that was a thing. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the point.
Gotcha.
He is feeling it pretty good. He's not even listening anymore.
Pretty wood? Yeah. Sure. Go for it, dude. Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, I guess my point is like, there's very specific things that everybody expects to be included in. But if you get to the ridiculous side of it, then it's like, okay, why would the Grammy Awards be giving awards out to like muralists or something like that? It doesn't make sense. And that's kind of the same thing with the Stampede. It's like, it's a very specific thing.
Yes and no.
So why try to include like a hip hop night or even a rock night?
You know
is
what's fucked up about the whole
like
hip hop night? It's just like, if we do a hip hop night, there's gonna be so much more damage and like this and that. And I hate that it's like that, but it's also like, I get it because it's like the lyrics they put out are like that, but it's music though. Like,
well, it's kind of what you were saying earlier when they started charging for the Stampede, all the gang violence went down.
Yeah.
And people were super pissed when they did that because like, oh, that's racist, that's stereotyping, that's all this stuff. But then in the end, they were also right.
But it's not like they're saying like, hey, they're not allowed to come in. It's just we don't allow these colors because they're affiliated with gangs, and also we're gonna start charging. We're not saying you can't come in. We're just saying you have to pay to get in.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. That's also like a really thin line, and it's also like the weird situation we're in right now politically of just being like, we need to do this because it makes business sense, and yeah, there might be like a slight stereotype to that, but also like, we're not saying they can't come in. We're just adding this additional thing to it.
And it's like just general bars in general. Like when you go to a bar, it's like, oh, you can't wear a bandana.
Yeah, or
something like that.
Like you go to Dallas and like, you're not wearing a 3-piece suit, you can't come in. I'm just like, yo, fuck this place, then it's fine. But like, it's not gonna ruin my life for that,
Yeah.
But going back to the Grammys, I have to go back to this.
Okay, because you hate the Grammys.
No, I'm just upset.
Let's take a super unique and observation. I know that nobody else has.
I'm just saying the Grammys are fucking bullshit this year because the Weeknd should have been in at least 3 categories.
Okay, I wanted to talk shit about that, but you're right. Firstly. Secondly, I'm mad you're right.
I know, dude. I'm saying like
you're right.
His After Hours album, like whether it be because of COVID or because it's just a great album, it was still something that was like, oh fuck, like okay, yeah, I feel this,
Yeah. I didn't watch the Grammys, so I don't.
I didn't either, but he didn't get. Well,
I didn't follow the Grammys.
I don't think he got nominated for anything.
He didn't get nominated. There was a huge thing about it that I read that he got snubbed, and everyone was mad. All this kind of stuff.
I agree with that though. Like that album is super legit.
Yeah, that album is pretty good.
I'm not gonna say it's because he's black. I just want to know why he didn't. Like that's one of the things that's like. I
legitimately didn't know he was black. I thought he was like Puerto Rican or something.
Well, he's Canadian, but he's also black.
Oh, okay.
He's a black Canadian. Is he Canadian American?
African Canadian. Is that how they? I don't know how that word
is. It? Yeah, African Canadian. That must be it. I don't know. Anyways,
or maybe they're just. Call it what it is.
I'll tweet Jamal Murray. He's from Canada.
All right, go for it.
Jamal Murray. But yeah, man, it's like
he's basketball, right?
Yeah,
the Nuggies.
Okay, cool. My boy.
I know stuff.
I don't know, man. Like it's. Also, I can imagine like the Academy Awards and the Grammys this year are gonna be so difficult because it was such a weird.
It was a very strange year.
Yeah, because it's like theaters put out movies that will be qualified for that, and then it's like, oh no, Amazon Prime, HBO, Netflix, like these are all gonna be things we're gonna talk about. I did like Tiger King win any like.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like
I don't know.
Like did they win any Golden Globes? That's what I was gonna say.
Is that the TV one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they do movie and TV, but.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize to everyone listening. I literally do not watch any award shows.
Where's the Emmys?
I believe you either way.
Anyways, but yeah.
I have no idea.
But Weeknd should have been in at least 3 categories on the Grammys.
Because the Weeknd won a lot of awards specifically for After Hours in other award shows, right?
Yeah, I believe
like People's
so.
Choice.
Yeah, I don't know
Other stuff. Yeah,
that
but he
album
got
is phenomenal,
completely
dude.
snubbed in a lot of and a lot of people were mad about that.
Well, he's like, I'm just not gonna go to the Grammys ever again.
Yeah,
I'm like, cool, man. Like that's awesome. Like good for you. But
at the same time, why is he so fucking soft, dude?
I mean, sometimes you can make an album to be like, this is like the best thing that I've made. Like this is really good. And you look at everyone else and you're like, this is nothing else can match. And I can kind of agree with that. And he gets snubbed, and you're just kind of like,
I'm not too up on 2020 nominations to even have a opinion in this conversation, but at the same time, it's like I get why he's mad because the After Hours was a really good album, but at the same time, it's like, yo, just because you make an album, you're not entitled to even being nominated to an award, which I'm not saying he shouldn't have been. I think he should have been, but at the same time, it's like, hey, man, when you make an album, do you do it for awards or do you do it for yourself? And how he's acting is making it like, oh, I did this album specifically to win awards. And how he's acting like he didn't even get nominated for an award is very childish.
Oh, but it's so justified, dude. That album is so
I disagree.
Good. It's so good.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So who won best album this week?
That's not the point.
No, I want to see now because I want to see if it's...
Fucking Google it then.
Let's see.
My point is you don't make albums for nominations. You make albums for yourself to put out the best product possible. And how he's acting is like he made this album to win a fucking award, which is so fucking pathetic and stupid.
See, but it might be the whole thing of just like him seeing who was nominated and be like, dude, my albums are way better than this.
But that's just a piece of shit move in general.
It's not. I don't think it is, man.
I definitely think it is, dude. You never want to take yourself and compare it to anyone else.
No, you don't. But also, like, if you're just like, hey, man, like...
You know who wasn't, like, who should have won an award? Fucking Fiona Apple. She had an amazing album that came out last year. And nobody fucking talks about that because she's not pop anymore.
Billie Eilish won it? Oh, that's bullshit.
Is it, though?
Record of the year, she won it. Yeah, it wasn't that good.
I don't think Billie Eilish is less...
Oh, record of the year is the song. Sorry, it's not even...
Yeah, I don't think Billie Eilish is less than The
Don't
Weeknd.
Start Now should have won that one. Don't Start Now is the best song ever.
I don't think Billie Eilish is less than The Weeknd. I think they're equal on skill and talent.
This is weird. This is a really weird list. All right, album of the year, Folklore by Taylor Swift. I heard that's actually pretty good. Fusion Nostalgia is pretty good. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of these that should not be on here. Like Everyday Life by Coldplay should not be on here. Post Malone's Hollywood Bleeding is actually pretty good.
Fucking Jacob Collier is on there? Fuck yeah. Good job, Jacob Collier.
This is weird.
See, and okay, so if we're talking about skill level, Jacob Collier was nominated.
Best New Artist is Megan Thee Stallion. She's not that great.
Sorry, I was just looking at those. I have literally no idea who any of those people are.
Best Solo Pop Performance. All right, I'll give Harry Styles that one.
Anyway, Jacob Collier. If we're going back to that argument, Jacob Collier is 30 million times the musician The Weeknd is. So you're saying that guy does not deserve a nomination?
I mean,
that guy literally invented music, like a subgenre of music theory.
I didn't say he didn't deserve a nomination. I'm just saying that Weeknd should have been in that nomination, no matter what.
What you said is he was looking at himself comparing to other people.
No.
That's literally what you said.
No. What I'm saying is like I understand.
Rewind the tape.
All I'm saying is like I would be in the situation if I felt like this is the best stuff that's come out. Like I wrote it not with the intention of being like this is what it is, like this concept that was happening, like oh this is getting really good. Like you never go into a project thinking this is gonna be the best thing I'm ever gonna make.
Yeah,
that thing slowly, progressively becomes that. It's not like if he's like I'm gonna make this album, it's gonna be a grabby album. Because honestly, you can do that as a formula and be like the formula is gonna be just to make this the best Grammy album out there. Mm-hmm. I don't think that The Weeknd came into that thing in that way. I think he's going to say, hey...
Well, the way he's reacting definitely sounds like he's doing that.
And it might be some influence between people that are outside looking in,
if we're looking at what I just looked at and how you're approaching that and saying like, oh, Jacob Collier doesn't deserve that.
I'm not saying he didn't deserve that. What I'm saying is that...
The Weeknd deserved it more than Jacob Collier?
No, what I'm saying is he should at least been nominated. That's the plain and simple thing. I shouldn't say he shouldn't have won it. What I'm saying is he should have been at least nominated for...
But all the ones I just looked at, The Weeknd was not better than any of those.
Dude, I'm just saying like the best single, the best album, the best record, he should have won at least... I mean, he should have been at least those three. He should have been at least, not one. At least,
what we literally just looked at. Saying, oh, The Weeknd is completely subjectively what we just looked at, saying The Weeknd should have been nominated over someone else. because you can only have X amount of people in the category.
So but I'm not specifically picking the guy you're saying, though. But, what I'm saying.
But that's my point. Is saying The Weeknd should have been nominated and includes everybody in that category.
No, someone else should not have been.
Literally anybody in that category
should be in that category. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
No, not every single person.
And the fact that you said that he could look at himself and say like, oh, okay, this is my product, this is other people's product.
You can't tell me
it's bullshit that I'm not nominated and these people are.
You can't tell me you've never been in that situation when you're looking at something and being like, yo, we should be in this category and they should not be.
I mean, that happens all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
But
that's legit.
I wouldn't make a fucking shit fit about it.
I mean, but also because
if it was our album,
because
I'd bitch to you about it, but not on a public forum.
No, but it's also one of those things where it's not a public forum. It's legit. His millions of followers are like, hey, I think I should have been in this category.
And his millions of followers are fucking biased as shit.
No, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I guarantee I can find at least one tweet that's like, who the fuck is Jacob Collier from The Weeknd followers?
Yeah, I mean, I get that. But I get 100% what he's saying. His album was great. It was phenomenal. It was listened to more. But the problem with the Grammys, but also with the problem with people listening, is the Grammy, and this is like Arcade Fire winning Best New Artist, and you're like, who the fuck is that?
I knew exactly who that was when they won Best Artist.
He beat no, but that's what I'm saying is like the majority of people were going to be like, I'm agreeing with you in a sense.
Arcade Fire sucks, by the way. They should have won Best Artist.
No, they really do. Justin Bieber should have won that one.
You're absolutely correct.
But that's what I'm saying is like as musicians, who people who are actually in charge of this, I'm sure they look at this and mean like, everything here is what a musician should be, or and this is why this person's in here. The Weeknd should still be in there though, because it wasn't just like he was writing a pop album. He wrote a great album.
He wrote a really good album.
If he wrote this album in the 1980s, he would have won all the categories, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I just need to objectively listen to every other album listed in Best Album. 100%, yes. Because I haven't listened to any of those. Just by looking at the artist list, I was like, okay.
All right, so here's
all of these people deserve to be here.
Here's what we're doing.
Also, why are we arguing about the Grammys?
Right.
Neither of us watched it or give a fuck about it.
Here's what we're doing. Okay, we're gonna have a week, and then we're gonna listen to all the albums that are on there that we think that Weeknd should have been on there, and then we'll talk about like, all right, they were right, or all right.
See, this person I would love to do this with this podcast, but I already have a podcast that dives into music called 33 and a Third Podcast with Chris or with Mark and Chris. So I don't know if I can do it with this podcast.
We'll do a quick segment. That's all I'm saying.
You want to do a crossover?
No.
Well, then I guess I'm not doing it.
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
All right, fine.
I'll just talk with it by myself. I'll make a podcast called Fuck Chris, Only G podcast, and you guys will not listen to it because
I'll listen to it.
Just out of spite.
No, because you're my best friend and I love you.
Oh, that's bullshit.
And scene.
You played that so well. I loved it.
It's because I'm an actor.
All right. Let's take one more shot and let's get out of here.
All right.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys so much.
We ranted about the Girly Stampede. And
we didn't even get to hecklers, but that's okay.
Yeah, hecklers suck.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Unless it's encouraged by the actual like musician.
Yeah, or artist or comedian or whatever show you're going to.
If you're, let's put it this way: if you're paying, there's nothing left in this. Neat.
Thanks, bro.
You want this one?
No,
it might be less. If the musician or the artist interacts with the crowd, please heckle and do that because that's kind of like the way in. Mm-hmm. But if we're doing something, we're talking, don't interrupt.
Yeah, just be chill. That's all we ask. Just be chill. We
want you guys to enjoy the whole thing, but if one person ruins it, you have to understand why we're so upset about it.
Yeah, for real.
Even if that one person's the only person in the crowd.
Which is mostly me.
It's usually him at me, yeah. Well, cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
Happy post-St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, happy St. Patrick's week. I hope everyone had a great week.
The Weeknd should have at least been nominated. That's all I'm saying. All right, later, guys.
Cheers. Bye.